rehearsed. It's all good. All right. Before I have anybody come up here, I just want you guys to cheer for everyone. This is not easy to do. It is not easy for these contestants to come up here and do this. This is very difficult for a lot of people to do. And so they're very brave, and I want them to know that I appreciate them, and I am so very proud of every single one of them. Our first one that's coming up is Caitlin King, a junior.
Mother to Son by Langston Hughes. Well, son, I'll tell you, life for me ain't been no crystal stair. It's had tacks in it, and splinters, and boards torn up, and places with no carpet on the floor, bare. But all the time, I've been a climbing on, and reaching landings, and turning corners, and sometimes going in the dark, where there ain't been no light. So boy, don't you turn back, don't you sit down on the steps, 'cause you find it's kinda hard. Don't you fall now. For I still going, honey. I still climbing. And life for me ain't been no crystal stair.
We will be pausing between each contestant to make sure that the judges have time. So be patient in the waiting. You ready? All right. Our second contestant is sophomore Roper Stafford.
Abandoned Farmhouse by Ted Kuzer. He was a big man, says the size of his shoes on a pile of broken dishes by the house. A tall man too, says the length of the bed in the upstairs room. And a good God-fearing man, says the Bible with a broken back. On the floor below the window, dusty with sun, but not a man for farming, says the fields cluttered with boulders and a leaky barn. A woman lived with him, says the bedroom walls papered with lilacs and the kitchen shelves covered with oilcloths. And they had a child, says the sandbox made from a tractor tire. Money was scarce, says the jar of plum reserves and canned tomatoes sealed in the cellar hole. And the winter's cold, said the rags in the window frames. It was lonely here, says the narrow country road. Something went wrong, says the empty house and the weed-choked yard. Stones in the fields say he was not a farmer. The still-sealed jars in the cellars say she left in a nervous haste. And the child, his toys were strewn in the yard like branches after a storm. A rubber cow, a rusty tractor with a broken plow. A doll in overalls. Something went wrong, they say.
Our next contestant is sophomore Lainey Yates.
Give Me Hunger by Carl Sanders. Give me hunger, oh you gods that sit and give the world its orders. Give me pain, want, hunger. Shut me out with shame and failure. From your golden doors of glory and fame, give me your shabbiest, your weariest, your hunger. But leave me a little love. A voice to speak to me in the day end. A hand to touch me in a dark room. Changing the sunsets, breaking the long loneliness. One little wandering western star thrust out from the changing shores of shadows. Let me go to the window and watch there the day change and wait for the coming of one little love.
Our next contestant is sophomore Tariana Davis.
Exaptation by Lauren Hilliger. My doll had an exoskeleton one can remove like a dress. Inside, a baby with a ponytail and bow. That doll had a thorax. It was easy. You removed half of her, a kind of leaf. And there, a body thing inside, still in the process of speciating. A vintage Barbie. It held medieval weight. At the party, I walked in as our childhood's doll, a pioneer in river boots. Kirsten, the American girl, but a St. Lucia, a crown of ivy, unlit, flammable, until I stood in that fire. Like the salt candle I lit to sing elsewhere, called Swedish Dream fresh from the sea, like the snow moon, bright as an interior pineapple, far flung, shucked from shell.
Our next contestant is freshman Lane Puckett.
A True Valley by Warren Cooney. Not to dance with her was such a tribal thing. There are girls more fair than she. Today, 10 girls dressed in white, each with a white rose wreath. They made a dead man's arch, and 10 strong men carried a body through. Not to dance with her was such a tribal thing.
The next contestant is sophomore Nathaniel Maldonado.
Invisible Children by Mariana Youngs. Invisible children fall through the cracks of the system like Alice in Holdenville. But these children will find an eat me cake or a drink me bottle. They won't wake up on the lap of a loving sister. They'll open their eyes on the hand of a monster called negligence, will poke them with its sharp teeth and bait them with its heartless laughter, like a wild thing in a wild rumpus. But the children won't awake to the smell of a warm supper, nor will they find a purple crayon to draw, an escape door, or a window. Instead, they'll make a mirror of a murky puddle on the city street, which won't tell them they're beautiful, but it'll show their scars, as invisible to others as these children are.
Ready? Our next contestant is sophomore Lexi Goolsby.
Cartoon Physics Part 1 by Nick Flint. Children under, say 10, shouldn't know that the universe is ever expanding, inexorably pushing into the vacuum. Galaxies, swallowed by galaxies, hope, solar systems collapsing, all of it, acted out in silence. At 10, we're still learning the rules of cartoon animation, that if a man draws a door on a rock, only he can pass through it. Anyone else who tries will crash into the rock. 10-year-olds should stick with burnt houses, car wrecks, ships going down, earthbound, cancer disasters, arenas where they can be heroes. You can run back into a burning house. Sinking ships have lifeboats. If you jump, you will be saved. A child places her hand on the roof of a school bus and drives across a city of sand. She knows the exact spot it will skid, at which point the bridge will give, who will swim to safety and who will be pulled under by sharks. She will learn that if a man runs off the edge of a cliff, he will not fall until he notices his mistake.
Ready? You're fine. All right, our next contestant is sophomore Matthew Gibbs.
And If I Did, What Then by George Gascoigne. And if I did then, are you aggrieved therefore? A sea hath fish for every man, and what would you have more? Thus did my mistress once, amaze my mind with doubt, and popped a question for the nonce to beat my brains about. Whereto I thus replied, each fisherman can wish that all the seas at every tide were his alone to fish. And so did I in vain, but since it may not be, let such fish as find the gain, and leave the loss for me. And with such luck and loss, I will content myself, till tides of turning time may toss such fishers on the shelf. And when they stick on sands that every man may see, I will laugh and clap my hands as they do now at me.
Ready? All right, our next contestant is sophomore Phoenix McClure.
Invisible Children by Mariana Yanis. Invisible children follow the cracks of the system. Like Alice and Holdenville, these children won't find an easy cake or a drop in the bottle. They won't wake up on the lap of a loving sister. They'll open their eyes on the hand of a monster called negligence, who will poke them with its sharp teeth and bait them with its heartless laughter, like a wild thing in a wild rabbit. But the children won't awake to the smell of a warm supper, nor will they find a purple crayon drawn on the door or window. Instead, we'll make a mirror of a murky puddle on the city street, which won't tell them they're beautiful, but will show their scars as invisible to others as these children are.
All right. Our next contestant is junior Kaylee Eller.
It Was Not Fate by William H.A. Moore. It was not fate which overtook me, rather a wayward, willful wind that blew hot for a while, and then, as the even shadows came, blew cold. What pity it is that a man grown old in life's dream should stop even for a moment to look into a woman's eyes. And I forgot that one's heart must be steeled against the east wind. Life and death alike come out of the east. Life is tender as young grass, and death is dreadful as the sight of clotted blood. And I shall go back into the darkness, not to dream, but to seek the light again. I shall go by paths, mayhap on roads that wind around foothills where the plains are bare and wild, and the passers-by come few and far between. I want the nights to be long, the moon blind, the hills thick with moving memories, and my heart beating a breathless requiem for all the dead days I have lived. And when the dawn comes, dawn, deathless, dreaming, I shall will that my soul must be cleansed of hate. I shall pray for strength to hold children close to my heart, and I shall desire to build houses where the poor will know shelter, comfort, beauty, and then may I look into a woman's eyes and find holiness, love, and the peace which passeth understanding.
All right, our next contestant is senior Anna Mueller.
At a Window by Carl Sandburg. Give me hunger. Oh, you gods that sit and give the world its orders, give me hunger, pain, and want. Shut me out with shame and failure from your doors of gold and fame. Give me your shabbiest, weariest hunger. But leave me a little love, a voice to speak to in the day end, a hand to touch me in the dark room, breaking the long loneliness. And the dusk of day shakes, blurring the sunset. One little wandering western star thrusts out from the changing shores of shadow. Let me go to the window, watch there the day shapes of dusk, and wait, and know the coming of a little love.
next contestant is sophomore Aiden Cochran.
Lift Every Voice and Sing by James Weldon Johnson. Lift every voice and sing, till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise, high as the listening skies, let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the faith that the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun, let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died. Yet with a steady beat, have not our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers sighed. We have come over a way that with tears have been watered. We have come, treaded our path through the blood of the slaughtered. Out from the gloomy past, till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright stars cast. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, thou who hast brought us thus far on the way. Thou who hast by thy might led us into the light, keep us forever in the path, we pray. Lest our feet stray from places, our God, where we met thee. Lest our hearts, drunk with the wine of the world, we forget thee. Shadow beneath thy hand, may we forever stand, true to our God, true to our native land.
And there was the moment of levity. Y'all ready? Okay. Our next contestant is sophomore Kiana Lincoln.
The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both and be one traveler. Long I stood and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other as just as fair. And having perhaps a better claim because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that, the passing there had worn them really about the same, and both that morning equally lay, and leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travel by, and that has made all the difference.
Our next contestant is sophomore Chloe Johnston.
Another one of the world's liars by Mohawk Hat. I'm just another one of the world's liars. Believe me, I have a few charms. Worn out peddlers' trinkets with grand names like beauty, friendship, truth, and passion. And this one's a real item. Sometimes I even buy it myself. Love. Check my records. Odds are not in your favor that I won't sell out my goods.
Bolt by night, deny it 3 times before the cock is crowed. Consider this fair warning. Never fall for my spiel. If you do, and end up with a huge bill for damage done, never forgive me.
Our next contestant is freshman Braden Kelly.
Lenore by Edgar Allan Poe. Our brokenness of golden bowl, the spirit flown forever. Let the bell toll, a saintly soul floats on the Stygian river. And guide of air, hast thou no tear, weep now or nevermore. See, on yon drear and rigid bier, low lies thy love, Lenore. Come, the burial rite be read, the funeral song be sung, an anthem for the queenliest dead that ever died so young, a dirge for her, the doubly dead, and that she died so young. Wretches, ye loved her for her wealth and hated her for her pride, and when she fell in feeble health, ye blessed her that she died. How shall the ritual then be read, the requiem how be sung? By you, by yours the evil eye, by yours the slanderous tongue that did to death the innocent that died and died so young. Big Moose, but rave not thus, and let a Sabbath song go up to God, so solemnly the dead may feel so wrong. The sweet Lenore hath gone before with hope that flew beside, leaving thee wild for the dear child that should have been thy bride. For her the fair debonair that now so lowly lies, the life still there upon her hair, but not within her eyes. The life still there upon her hair, the death upon her eyes. Avant, tonight my heart is light, no dirge will I appraise, but waft the angel on her flight with the paean of old days. Let no bell toll, lest her sweet soul, amid its hallowed mirth, should catch the note as it doth float up from the damned earth. The friends above, from fiends below, the indignant ghost is riven, from hell into a high estate far up within the heaven, from grief and groan to a golden throne beside the King of Heaven.
Our next contestant is sophomore Madison Spearman.
Finale by Pablo Neruda. Matilde, years or days, sleeping, feverish, here or there. Gazing off, twisting my spine, bleeding true blood. Perhaps I awaken, or I am lost, sleeping. Hospital beds, foreign windows, white uniforms of the silent walkers, the clumsiness of feet. And then, these journeys. In my sea of renewal, your head on the pillow, your hands.
Our next contestant is sophomore Kamari Early.
Light Shining Out of Darkness by William Cowper. God moves in a mysterious way, his wonders to perform. He plants his footsteps in the sea and rides upon a storm. Deep in unfailable minds of never-failing skill, he treasures up his bright designs and works his sovereign will. Ye fearful saints, fresh courage take, the clouds ye so much dread
are big with mercy and shall break in blessings on your head. Judge not the Lord by feeble sins, but trust him for his grace. Behind a frowning providence, he hides a smiling face. His purposes will ripen fast, unfolding every hour. The bud may have a bitter taste, but sweet will be the flower. Blind unbelief is sure to err and scan his work in vain. God is his own interpreter, and he will make it plain.
Our last contestant is sophomore Claire Siemens.
Poems by Nikki Grimes. I am hardly ever able to sort through my memories and come away whole or untroubled. It is difficult to sift through the stones, the waiting moments, and know which is for a gem, which raw coal, which worthless sugar slate. So one by one, I drag them across the page, and when one gets into the light, leaves a trail of blood, no matter how narrow the stream. Then I know I found the real thing, the diamond, one of the priceless gems my pain produced. There I say, is a memory worth keeping.
Will somebody get the lights back there? At this point, while they are tallying up and finding the winners, Carrie is going to take some pictures, so you guys come on out here. And I'm going to go get the certificates that I accidentally left in my room.
English teachers are going to be giving you your proofs from picture day today. Don't let everybody but the seniors, they already have theirs. So 8 through 11, you're going to be getting a piece of paper with your proofs. I don't care what you do with it, as long as I don't find it somewhere. But when your parents call and say, why have I never seen a proof? I'm putting it on you, okay? Just take it home. Show them. That also needs to be, if you want to take retakes, you need to make sure that you come to retake day, or that's the one going in. Retake day has been changed to the 13th. It was the 14th. They had a scheduled conflict from Ruth Kelly, so it will be the January the 13th. Senior retakes as well. Also, it will be club day, so that's the day we'll all come in here and get up on stage for STUCO, NHS, all that. FFA.
We have the results. And it was really close. There was 0.33 hundredths between second and third place. So it was amazing. Okay, so third place, and let me tell you what they get. Okay, the 3 top winners get to go to Edmond to watch the state competition the first Wednesday in March. The winner is going to be competing at state for a shot at going to the national competition in Washington, D.C. Now, y'all might think, oh, there's no way. Well, the girl that won state last year came in 6th place in the nation, and she was absolutely amazing. So there's a chance, okay? So 3rd place with a score of 36 points, Caitlin Kane. 2nd place with a score of 36.33, Anna Mueller. And the winner, with a score of 38, Kaylee Elbaugh.
our illustrious principal, Ms. Shawn Richmond.
Okay, at this time, it is going to be concluding our performance of our Poetry Out Loud. So one more time, let's give our contestants a round of applause. You all did amazing. You guys can go find a seat out here if you'd like, because it's going to take just a little bit. If we have any guests that are here in the building, our Poetry Out Loud competition has concluded. So if any of our guests would like to go ahead and make it out the door before the stampede begins, then now's your chance. Bye, Greta. Okay, so a couple of announcements. So thank you to everybody that performed today. It is not easy to be in front of a crowd of your peers, to be able to say words or memorize things when you have a crowd of people that are looking at you. So your peers that performed today did a great job. So all of you, congratulations. Every one of you did an excellent job. You guys can go ahead and come on out and sit down out here if you'd like. Thank you to our judges who came in to be able to judge today. It's hard to be able to score and choose when they all did so great. So the biggest announcement that we need to make is I want to give you some updates. So we just posted earlier, got word that on Friday we will have an early release on Friday. Okay. Well, everybody's happy about that. Everybody wants to get out of school early, right? So, and it's also our final day of the week before Thanksgiving. So, we are going to be turning out school on Friday at 1 o'clock. So our lunches will stay the same. Buses will be running at 1 o'clock. So our second lunch ends at 12:50. So when that bell rings for us, we will be done for the day on Friday. So we're not going to go to class for 10 minutes and then get called out at 1 for the buses to run. Our last bell at 12:50, that will end our day. So the reasons for that are obviously we have second round of playoffs. That is in Adair, Oklahoma. So that's about 2.5 hours away. And so with the transportation and the amount of buses that it takes when we go somewhere, because they have to leave early, not all of our route buses are back in. And so that affects how many buses, that affects drivers, all the things. And so that allows